and others engaged in active suppression of information that was relevant to the public. That's a terrible thing that happened. That's election interference.
People say to me, were you okay with that? And my answer is, I was happy. The young generation of Republicans are dumb. I always have friends where I work, and if I don't have friends at the job, I will not keep the job. So when I was fired the last time from this show, people say to me, were you okay with that? And my answer is, I was happy. So I'm going to keep watching what he has to say. So far, he says that everything's getting worse. So that's where I'm at. If it's going to get worse, I don't need to be in New York City where everybody's on top of you.
By now, most people know that Joy Behar is someone that consistently expresses her opinions, even when she believes something is untrue. However, it's a fact that one's intuition isn't always accurate. This might be the case in a recent incident in which Joy slammed young Republicans voters.
This business about the aging that keeps coming up and talking about the young generation of Republicans are dumb.
Now, this action has allegedly disturbed the billionaire Elon Musk, most likely because it was directed towards some names in the Republican Party that might be his friends.
You've got that Vivek Ramaswamy, you've got Marjorie Taylor Greene, you've got, Lauren Bubblehead, Matt Gaetz.
Elon Musk reportedly believes that Joy Behar lacks the right to openly label anyone as stupid on her show. Now, a substantial portion of the public seems to have joined in on criticizing Joy, with some arguing that she deserves this criticism as a means to deter such behavior.
These people who went along with the insurrection, who believe that Trump won, Marjorie's out there, Trump won by a landslide, they're liars, and they are the new generation.
With the damage already done, there are reports suggesting that Joy Behar is now experiencing a sense of panic, largely attributed to Elon Musk's alleged criticism. However, there seems to be much more to this story, so let's delve into the details, guys. It is widely acknowledged now that Joy Behar has always been criticized for her rudeness and negativity on The View sets in the past. However, the recent incident has taken things to a new level. Labeling young voters as dumb doesn't align with her typical personality, and this departure from her usual behavior has garnered significant attention.
This business about the aging that keeps coming up and talking about the young generation of Republicans are dumb.
It seems that in Joy Behar's view, the future of elections doesn't appear promising for Republicans. During a recent episode of The View, she argued that the emergence of Gen Z voters reaching the age of eligibility is a pivotal moment signaling potential difficulties for the party. Reportedly, the discussion on this topic was a central point of conversation during the show, with the hosts highlighting how many GOP candidates, pundits, and even current elected officials seem to be struggling to connect with and appeal to younger voters.
People who went along with the insurrection, who believe that Trump won, Marjorie's out there, Trump won by a landslide, they're liars.
In her support, her co-hosts Sarah Haynes and Alyssa Farah Griffin also concurred that Republicans are falling short in their efforts to not only attract, but also recruit young voters. Their agreement underscores the party's challenges in connecting with this demographic. Farah Griffin bluntly said, "What the current GOP is doing is like, we're not going to offer solutions. We're going to deny the existence of climate change. We're going to, discriminate against the LGBTQ community. And we're going to just say, we can't even get anything done on gun violence. So there's a huge amount that has to be done." When it was Joy Behar's turn to share her thoughts, she appeared not to have much additional insight to contribute to the arguments made by Sarah Haynes and Alyssa Farah Griffin. Instead, she simply summarized the conclusion she had already drawn based on those arguments.
They've said it all, but this is the beginning of the end of the Republican Party as I see it. I don't see that they're going to win in any elections anymore in this country, not national elections. They're on the wrong side.
Joy Behar conveyed that all the points had been made, but in her opinion, this marked the commencement of a decline for the Republican Party. She stated her belief that their prospects of winning national elections in the country were diminishing, as they appeared to be aligning with the wrong side of the spectrum. She also noted that these young individuals were born in 1997, emphasizing the contrast with the direction she perceives the Republican Party to be heading, more towards the ideals of 1897.
These kids were born in 1997, not 1897, which is where the Republican Party is going. And they're like...
Well, people believe that Joy Behar has a history of discussing Republican voters and has provided Elon Musk with reasons to criticize her on multiple occasions. One notable instance was on The View, when she once more criticized Republicans for their lack of cooperation and for portraying a negative image of Joe Biden. This reflects a pattern of her commentary on the topic.
The Republican Party is happy to let corporations never pay another tax for the rest of their days.
In a particular episode of The View, Joy Behar strongly criticized Republicans for what she perceived as a pessimistic approach to policy. The discussion revolved around the then ongoing shortage of baby formula in the United States. Behar openly criticized conservatives, accusing them of being uncooperative with Democrats and suggesting that their primary focus was on trying to discredit President Joe Biden rather than working towards solutions to the issues at hand.
They're going to cut lunches for children. They are not going to help you.
Joy Behar's comments were made in the context of a discussion on The View about the reopening of America's largest baby formula plant. Prior to Behar's criticism of the Republican Party, her co-host Whoopi Goldberg highlighted a specific event, noting that 192 Republicans had voted against a proposal to allocate $28 million in emergency spending to address the baby formula shortage at that time, while only 12 Republicans voted in favor of the proposal.
So why would you vote for them? And yet I see that it's very close, that people are not understanding what the stakes are.
Directly addressing Republicans, Goldberg said, "The next time you want to talk about young lives, babies' lives, get with the program. You stop this from happening." So reportedly, Behar agreed, saying Republicans sometimes vote against the best interests of their constituents and against babies in this case. She continued, "All they really care about is making Biden look bad. That seems to be their MO." During the conversation, when Joy Behar mentioned the conservative slogan, "Own the Libs," she had to pause and provide an explanation to her co-host, Whoopi Goldberg. Goldberg initially misunderstood and thought Behar was saying, "Own the Lips." After the clarification that libs referred to liberals, Behar proceeded to convey her point to Goldberg, saying, "It's like a vindictive stance. Instead of trying to make things better, they like making it worse so that Biden looks bad." According to reports, Joy Behar stated that President Biden is being held responsible for inflation, which she characterized as a worldwide problem that is being attributed to the president. Furthermore, she made a statement regarding the rising gas prices, noting that they have reached almost $10 in certain parts of the country. She mentioned that gasoline prices are a global concern, with rates as high as $11 or $12 in Europe, while in the United States, they are around $5 or $6. Behar also emphasized that it's unjust to assign blame for every single issue to the president, but acknowledged that some individuals continue to do so.
And I find it sad and depressing.
Surprisingly, all these incidents caught Elon Musk's attention, prompting him to tweet, "Does that show still have a lot of viewers?" Many people speculate that this tweet was directed at Joy Behar, suggesting that Musk was questioning whether the show, despite Joy's negative and rude behavior, still maintained a substantial viewership. It's possible that Musk found her behavior displeasing. Indeed, it's surprising that many individuals have been closely monitoring Joy Behar's interactions with young Republicans and their voters. Given Elon Musk's extensive following list, his tweet likely garnered significant attention. People also expressed their support for Musk's stance and joined in the conversation, sharing their views about Joy Behar as well. One person wrote, "We all know Behar will conveniently have the day off if Vivek agreed to go on the show, as she did with Tim Scott. It must be exhausting to be so hate-filled all the time. Ain't you tired?" Another person added, "This show is just another ABC Disney-owned hate fest against Republicans. I watch clips showing how ignorant these women are, and even in that short moment I feel stupid for watching it. Channel 7 should be canceled, period. Actually, TV itself has gone left. Sickening." Furthermore, if we delve deeper, it becomes apparent that Joy Behar has a well-documented history of exhibiting rude and negative behavior on set, even with her co-hosts. Reports about her alleged diva-like behavior and rudeness behind the scenes have emerged in recent months. Notably, Joy temporarily assumed the role of moderator in the absence of Whoopi Goldberg, who was ill. During her tenure as the moderator, there were instances where she interrupted her co-hosts and abruptly halted the show.
Thought blackmailing is negative, black sheep negative. I can think of a few others if I had the time, but those words are kind of like embedded in.
Another time, the ABC show posted a side-by-side comparison photo on Instagram, showcasing Joy Behar wearing the same suit in pictures taken 20 years apart. The first photo dated back to 2004, while the second one was from the show's broadcast on November 10th. Apart from the difference in shoes, the photos displayed a striking resemblance.
I feel better. My stomach just settled down.
It's the Pepto-Bismol look of the year.
Fans couldn't help but notice that Joy Behar hasn't seemed to age a day, and even her co-hosts on The View were impressed that she still fit into the same suit after 2 decades. In a live show, Joy shared the tidbit that she maintains a special closet for her designer items. "I'm a little grouchier. Noises annoy me more," Joy Behar said. "I've always been a little grouchy. It's always been my personality. I believe that negativity is funny. Positivity is not funny." Joy Behar's co-hosts shared a laugh and showed their agreement, suggesting that they believed her when she mentioned her special closet for designer items. On the other hand, critics have been observing her behavior for a considerable amount of time. One of them wrote, "The fact that Joy Behar is paid good money to give her opinions is concrete proof that literally anything is possible in this country." Notwithstanding, many people believe that having a platform and power does not justify talking about anyone in any manner on her show. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.